from the Staples Center in beautiful downtown Los Angeles. And we've got time for a quick pregame report.
Guys, Doc.
Thanks, DA. And it's probably easier to straddle those rules when the mandate is win now. That's a coach's mentality anyway. And as the season gets rolling here, does the game plan, Steve, stay pretty close to what the coaches drew up in training camp, or can there be some pretty significant shifts?
Yeah, it is. Coaches try to coach the same way, but then sometimes you have this huge trade, and you got to be able to coach on the fly to change the style of play, change where you put guys, and give guys different roles.
And you've been a part of that.
Yes, for sure. I've been traded and have guys come in, especially when you have 2 or 3 guys leave and 2 or 3 guys come in.
What's harder, being traded or being on a team that brings in new players?
I think being traded.
Being traded.
Yes.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the defensive big men pair. Hill pairs up with Hood in the backcourt, and it's Hayward in at the 3, the small forward.
Love the agility of Favors to roll hard to the rim after the screen. They count on him to handle that.
Rivers against Hill. Johnson the screen. Griffin kicks to Rivers. 6 to shoot. Let's go. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Hill dishes to Hayward. Outside Favors. Right side Hill. Jazz passing it around. Favors with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Stolen by Rivers. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Griffin passes to Rivers. And it's sent back by Hill.
Hill can catch you unaware with his reach. Terrific defensive play.
Miles check in for Derek Favors. And so just over a minute and a half played. Kept alive. Griffin. And it's sent back by Hill. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
They just seem to match up very well whenever they play these guys. You can tell they have a ton of confidence.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And around the NBA, Steve, there seems to be a general feeling, I guess, dislike, if you want to call it that, of the Clippers from other fan bases. A lot of it seems to stem from the idea that perhaps the team flops too much and they complain too much.
Yeah, I think it's the whining. But also, I think a lot of fans weren't happy with how the Clippers was able to keep DeAndre Jordan and steal them from the Mavericks. They weren't happy about that situation.
And Redick kicks to Rivers. Takes the 13-footer, and it comes off the front of the rim.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
Shoots the 3, and Hood the bucket on the assist by Hill. Hood's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clippers trail by 5. Rivers with it. Pass to Jordan. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Rivers. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And at a time they really need him to shoot well. The exact opposite is what's happening.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And a miss there on the triple. Down low, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
The precise passing ability of Hayward, really a luxury for this team.
Rivers against Hill. Now Rivers dishes it to Griffin. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And Los Angeles with some changes. And Bahamute comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Alec Burks subbed in for Rodney Hood. The pass to Ingles. Jacks up a three. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Smitty, the replay system becoming more and more a factor for NBA officiating these days. What do you think of the way it's playing out?
You know, I like it, Kevin. The only part I have a problem with is how much time is taking. I think they can get to an answer quickly. I'd be okay with it.
So you think it's slowing down the game unnecessarily?
Yeah, I think so a little bit. On certain plays, it's obvious what the call is. I think they got to get right to it.
Spates checked in for the Clippers. Bass comes in for Blake Griffin. Now, when you talk about the short list of players with the elite handles in the NBA, you have to include Jamal Crawford. Smitty, you know this. He can make defenders look absolutely ridiculous with his crosser.
Well, you talk about elite handles. This is the godfather of handling the basketball, crossover, tricks, and he's still able to be very productive at his age. And because of his dribbling and also his jump shot and his love for the game, that's what you love a Jamal Crawford.
Spates with a screen on Burks. Fires the three. Here's Bass. It's tipped. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. And Coach Quinn Snyder played the game at a very high level himself, won a Washington State High School championship game. Led Duke as the starting point guard. He's got a good-looking resume.
Yes, he does. Pretty savvy with this game of basketball.
Burks dishes to Ingles. Johnson the screen. Ingles passes to Burks. And he's good on the 3 ball. Burks has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Crawford against Burks. Here is Mbah a Moute. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. There's the dish to Exum. Johnson outside. And Johnson with the stop.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
They're opening up a nice lead here early. Reason why they're doing a great job in the paint.
Crawford outside. Here is Mbah a Moute. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And stolen by Spates. Now the Clippers moving it up. It's blocked. Crawford's shot is good. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It looks like it'll keep him motivated.
And you gotta love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre, and how Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. I mean, I have to believe we're going to see that confidence proven to be right.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Their defense has been a huge factor today. They are just batting away everything in their sights.
The dunkers, Griffin and Jordan, are the bigs. Crawford at the 2 with Mbah a Moute playing the 3. And it's Redick in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Chris Paul is such a student of the game. He really is a coach on the floor, but he can be hard on his teammates. Austin Rivers said he's the one that's going to put you in your place. He's going to tell you the truth. He's going to yell at you. All the good point guards have to be the bad guy sometime. He's a leader, man. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. He certainly backs it up on the floor. A nice shot by Exum.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Redick kicks to Crawford. Griffin down low. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's good, 2 points. All as a former player, Smitty, you know just how much effort it takes on a nightly basis to succeed. And who in the NBA do you see that has the best motor? The highest competitive value, night in and night out, always hustling.
Russell Westbrook is one of those guys. His motor never turns off. Draymond Green, those guys love to come out and compete. Chris Paul is another guy. You can see the passion in those guys, their mind working while they're on the floor at all times.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Mbahumute. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Johnson. Hayward comes in for Joe Ingles. Rodney Hood's checked in for Burks. And George Hill's subbed in for Exum. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Crawford kicks to Griffin. They get it again. Jordan. Gobert with the block. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Crawford. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. And the wide open shot from Redick. Los Angeles with another miss.
Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
Outside Hill. Outside Hood. Passes it to Gobert. Off target from outside.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from three.
Here's Griffin, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Well, Griffin, Steve, might be the most well-known of players in the NBA just because of how marketable he is. You see him a ton in commercials, and he really is one of the biggest faces in the league.
Well, he's one of those guys. You see him in a lot of guest spot appearances on comedy shows, and he's fit right in. A playful guy. And also, when you can have the jumping ability that Blake Griffin has, a lot of people want to market you. Beautiful pass that helped set up his teammate perfectly.
Here's Crawford. Griffin. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Sometimes superstars, they want the basketball, and when they don't have it, they don't work. Blake, he worked on that possession to get the putback.
Hill kicks to Hood. The feed to Gobert. And stolen by Jordan. Pass to Redick. Outside Jordan. Back to Redick. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jordan dishes to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Griffin's got 7 points for the quarter.
He has been right on the money tonight. If it weren't for that, they'd be much further behind right now.
Johnson against Hayward. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside, Redick. Here's the three. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Whenever Redick skies up for a three-pointer, you just think it's going in. He is as efficient as they come.
And Gobert kicks to Diaw. Gobert the screen. Diaw with a wide open look. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. And the Jazz lead by 13. Los Angeles calls timeout. And, you know, Steve, you ask around the league, when it comes to home court advantage, the Jazz have one of the best in the NBA.
A very passionate crowd, very loud and dedicated. And, of course, the altitude plays a factor, too. Second highest in the league after Denver. And for visiting teams, you get winded much quicker.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Spates checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Bass comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Rivers in for J.J. Redick. Deep two from Crawford. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Crawford's got 6.
That is one of Jamal Crawford's most dangerous shots. He is quick on the draw with this pull-up J.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Here's Spates. Can't make good off the pick. Jazz leading by 13. Here's Hayward. Rebound by Johnson. The Clippers have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. They get a hand on it. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hayward kicks to Lyles. Gobert in the corner. Outside Hood. Pass to Lyles. Rebound by the Clippers.
Wow, see, that's a shot you hate to miss. Point-blank range, too.
Here's Spates. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that concludes the first half. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 11. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And so in the game for the Jazz, Hill pairs up with Hood in the backcourt. Favors and Gobert, the defensive big men pair. And it's Hayward in at the 3.
J.J. Redick, the former Blue Devil, has really developed into one of the game's most deadliest shooters.
The free throw drops for Redick. J.J. Redick certainly had a lot of doubters when he came into the NBA. He was a standout player we all know at Duke and dominated college basketball. But many thought, Steve, his skills just wouldn't translate to the NBA. But, you know, he's had a fantastic career.
What I love about his career is just been upward trajectory since the day one. Everybody talked about his shooting in college, and yes, he shoots the ball extremely well. But I love the way he's improved every area of his game. And even at his age right now, I think he still can improve.
Johnson against Hayward. Jordan the pass to Rivers. On the wing, Johnson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Clock at 4. He tries for 3. Utah with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively and losing that game.
The D was absolutely awful, and the fans let them know about it at the end.
And Utah making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Rivers kicks to Redick. Feeds it to Jordan. Picked by Griffin. Jordan dishes to Rivers. The pass to Redick. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Hill passes to Gobert. It's back to Hill. Kicks to Hood. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And that's now 6 points for Rudy Gobert. Clippers trail by 13. And the Clippers call time here. So many great players have played for the Clippers, but right now we could be watching 2 of the all-time best with Paul and Griffin definitely on the short list for the title of all-time greatest Clipper players.
I totally agree with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Those two definitely can claim as one of the best Clippers to ever play the game. But you also have to count back to when the Clippers were the Buffalo Braves. You could throw a name like Bob McAdoo in there.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot off.
The Clippers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Free throw good, Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan is just a physical specimen. an incredible defender and shot blocker, as well as a fearless and intimidating dunker. The defense cannot afford to give him an inch that close to the basket because he will burn you every time.
Now, here's Mbah a Moute, guarded closely. Here's Rivers, off target with his three.
And this is not how they wanted to start out the second half. Just 1 for 4 so far.
Ingles can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 12. To the paint. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Most of DeAndre's field goals are dunks, exceptional at getting great position down inside.
Here's Ingles. He feeds it to Diaw. And that one hits back iron.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
Rivers kicks to Redick. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Griffin. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Clippers.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Jazz leading by 10. Exum dishes to Ingles. Now here's Johnson. He kicks to Burks. Here's Exum. Another miss by Utah. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Mbah a Moute, the pass to Griffin. Shoots from 14. Misses off the left iron. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Johnson gets the bucket. Smitty, you're a proud alum of Michigan State. Great school, great program. You contributed to help build the Clara Bell Smith Student Athletic Academic Center there on campus, one of the great facilities in all of college basketball. When you think back on your college experience, is the NBA's 1 year and out high school requirement enough, or would you like to see a change in that regard?
You know, I think it goes player by player, situation by situation, Kevin. I can speak for me. After 3 years, I was not ready, on the court or off the court.
That surprises me to hear you say that.
After 4 years, I thought I was ready pretty much on the court, but off the court, you're really never ready to have the challenges out of basketball.
So you like the 4 years. You thought that was huge for you playing.
For me personally, I like the 4 years.
Well, with Exum and Hood, the Jazz have the option to play a huge lineup with their shortest player, Exum, standing 6'6", at that point guard position. Steve, how does their size create problems for teams?
So it can be a nightmare because you have guys with length, height, they can deflect shots, and they're able to switch. That's what this league is coming down to. Multiple defenders that can switch and play multiple positions.
Get open, get open.
1:32 left in the third. Here's Rivers. He dishes it to Spates. Rebounded by Exum. Utah leading by 14. Burks kicks to Ingles, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Clippers. Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
No good on the second free throw. Rivers kicks to Bass. Back to Rivers. Dishes it to Spates. Shoots a fader. Not enough on that one as it misses. Jazz have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Pass to Johnson. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. Clippers trail by 17. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Wesley Johnson's checked in for the Clippers. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Johnson. Hayward comes in for Joe Ingles. Rodney Hood's checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Hill in for Exum. Outside Hill. And it's Hood in the corner. Pass to Wiles. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Jazz shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Hood against Crawford. Spates sets a screen. And here's Rivers. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Utah leading by 17. Johnson out there with Brandon Bass. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Rivers, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Outside Hill. And it's Hood in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 6 assists in the game.
Love the concentration from Hood. The defense was doing all they could, but he was just too good for them.
On the wing, Johnson from beyond the arc. The shot that time not on target. So Utah will take it the other way. To the paint. Here's Gobert. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And the Clippers making a change here. Griffin's checked in.
We always talk about Rudy Gobert's defensive impact, but now on the offensive end, he is never going to be a post scorer, but rolling to the rim, he has good hands and plays above the rim offensively.
Here's Griffin. Utah with the rebound. To the inside, Hayward. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
And what's impressive to me, it's on the road. Just makes you appreciate their effort even more.
And Gobert in that Tyson Chandler mold, Steve. Don't you think you can just see him driving inside and trying to go to the rim? You just can't let him do that.
No, you can't, because when he catches it, he's so long. He can dunk the basketball, but I like that he's adding a little touch around the basket now.
Hood kicks to Gobert. And here's Hill for 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way to the left side wing. Poked away. It's stolen by Hill. It's deflected. Hood dishes to Hayward. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Hayward's got 4 this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Rivers against Hill. Rivers kicks to Crawford. Let's go. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Rivers kicks to Crawford. Crawford missing again, and it's Utah's ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Hayward passes to Hood. Here's Gobert, and he banks in the layup. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Griffin dishes to Bass. To the middle. Here's Rivers. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Hayward. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Gordon Hayward.
The catch-and-shoot jumper from Hayward is virtually impossible to guard. He is so quick on the draw.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Hey, Steve, we've seen more and more teams relying on high-powered offenses to lead them to wins. Is this just part of a cycle the league goes through, or is this the offensive revolution that we've been looking forward to and is well underway?
I think it's here to stay, Kevin. Reason why the rules have changed, and I think it favors the offense. No hand checking, no chucking. So ultimately you see more points on the board, Kevin.
I would think you would have loved to have played in this era of free-flowing basketball.
Yeah, you could take about 12, 15 threes a game. That would have been beautiful.
Drills it from outside. Hood's got 6 in the quarter.
And the way Hood operates off screens always gets to the open space.
Ball's knocked loose. Hayward outside. The dish to Hood. Back to Hayward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over. And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Hill.
When he was the guy running the show for them, he was able to get them a good shot almost every time down. We saw just how tremendous his court vision is. Some of those assists of his were dazzling.
Exum kicks to Burks and stolen by Redick. Outside Felton. Redick setting the pick for Felton. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. And Baamute can't get it to go. The Jazz on offense. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter, and it's slammed in by Diaw.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, their team got manhandled, taken to school on their home court.
And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game.
Now in the lineup for the Jazz.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.